Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most profound stories in the Bible, the story of God's covenant with Abraham. It's a story of faith, promises, and a vision that changed history forever. So sit back, relax, and let's explore this incredible journey together. Our story begins in the ancient city of Ur, where a man named Abram lived. Abram was a faithful man, but his life was about to change in ways he could never imagine. One day, God spoke to Abram, saying, "Leave your country, your people and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation and bless you." Without hesitation, Abram obeyed. He gathered his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all their possessions and set out on a journey of faith, not knowing where he was going, but trusting God completely. Years passed, and although Abram prospered, one thing was missing: an heir. Abram and Sarai were old and childless, and the promise of becoming a great nation seemed impossible. One night, God spoke to Abram again. He led him outside and said, "Look up at the sky and count the stars. If indeed you can count them, so shall your offspring be." In that moment, Abram believed God's promise, and his faith was credited to him as righteousness. This faith would become the foundation of a covenant that would shape the future of generations. To seal his promise, God made a covenant with Abram in a way that was powerful and unforgettable. He instructed Abram to prepare a sacrifice. As darkness fell, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and a terrifying darkness came over him. Then a blazing torch and a smoking firepot, symbols of God's presence, passed between the pieces of the sacrifice. Through this act, God confirmed his promise, saying, "To your descendants I give this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates." This covenant was unconditional. It was a promise from God himself, bound not by Abram's actions but by God's own faithfulness. Years later, God appeared to Abram once more. This time, he changed Abram's name to Abraham, meaning father of many nations, and Sarai's name to Sarah. As a sign of this covenant, God introduced the practice of circumcision for Abraham and all his male descendants. Even though Abraham was nearly 100 years old and Sarah was far beyond childbearing age, God promised them a son, Isaac. This son would be the beginning of the great nation God had spoken of. True to his word, God blessed Sarah with a son at the appointed time. They named him Isaac, which means laughter, for Sarah had laughed at the thought of having a child at her age. Through Isaac, the promise continued, leading to the nation of Israel, and ultimately to a lineage that Christians believe fulfilled God's promises through Jesus Christ. The story of God's covenant with Abraham is a powerful reminder of faith, obedience, and the unbreakable promises of God. It's about trusting the journey, even when the destination is unclear, and believing in promises that seem impossible. So, what do you think about Abraham's faith? Have you ever had to trust a promise that seemed impossible? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories from the Bible. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the faith.